As I descended to my knees, lips touching obvious protrusion with strawberry hulls on the tip of my tongue. Thumb reaching to touch her ocean's floor. Index finger crossing forbidden barrier. Sensual symphony in concert. Her body shudders. Awaiting thirst is giving satisfaction quenched. And this is just the beginning. Because this is before. That is just an excerpt from a poem I wrote recently. It's called Before. It's an ode to foreplay. Hello, this is GPA, the poetic answer, the most electrifying man in poetry. Just want to come and say hey and let you know this is no April Fool's joke, even though I'm filming this on April 1st, April Fool's Day, traditionally, whatever that means. I just came to give you a little blurb. I think some people may have forgotten on Facebook that I said I want in. And I want to clearly express that so there's no misinterpretation or nothing's misconstrued or anything like that. So I'll start with my resume. And I'll go in backwards order. You know about this. And you always hear me say, I got orgasms for sale. I'm selling orgasms. Come get your orgasms. This is the book of 24 orgasms. Critically acclaimed. Just received 5 stars from Ulster Book Club. 4.5 stars from the Chicago Sun-Times. 4.5 stars from Chi-Town Reading Circle. With more reviews stellar to come. You've heard me perform some of the pieces. And they have been stellar as well. I can only call it like I see it. We've sold a bunch so far, and we got more to sell. And if you look on my page or anything like that, you've seen the reviews from customers who have said, hey, what they were talking about in this book, there's no vulgar or offensive language, none of the stuff that might misconstrue it, as porn. It's just good poetry, sensual poetry. And I need you to understand, all through the winter, some of you slept those cold nights by yourself. Sometimes the batteries ran out. Sometimes you didn't feel like dealing with somebody's mess. The summer's coming up, and the nights get hotter. This will help you through. The book of 24 orgasms to touch you without anybody even having to touch you. Continuing, The Chocolate Rose, the erotic anthology. This is explosive. Great short stories in there. Juanita Richardson, Charles Burgess, the gentleman who brought me in, several others, and I provide the poetry in this book. Awesome. This is also a starter, let's call it that. And I will be the featured poet in Chocolate Rose 2 coming sometime this year. And also, the best-selling, with 10,000 copies sold, the best-selling, critically acclaimed book of poetry. And before anybody says it out there, there's always some jackass who has something to say. If you do your research, and I was told this, that over 1,500 copies sold of a book of poetry is a bestseller. And this book sold over 10. From relentless, selling out the back of my car, shoving it down people's throats, having people review it. This is where it started. And for those of you who don't know, I did write this when I was behind the fence, locked up, incarcerated. I did, in 30 days. There are other things I could show you, but you can do some research yourself. I was featured in the Chicago Sun-Times, full page. How many poets, besides maybe Maya Angelou or somebody does that? And I didn't pay for it. Cover of the Urban Times magazine. Feature here, feature there, feature there, feature there, feature there. I want in. I don't want more than anybody else. I just want in. A lot of people not let me on shows. They don't want to go because they get caught up in the GPA thing, the Greatest Poet Alive thing, and that was just a moniker to sell books. You see, I refer to unsub. This is very candid. No one said, hey, you need to do this or what have you. You see me show up and perform here, there, and the other places. Currently, I'm in the middle of a 30-day poetry challenge, which means I perform, write, go online radio, regular radio, whatever, film a video, poetry, 30 days straight. Again, because I've done it already before. And you'll say, oh, he's really intense, he's really sort of cocky. Name anybody who's a winner who doesn't believe in himself unequivocally. I'll wait. Yeah, thought so. So listen, stop placating and pacifying and bowing down to people who already been here. I give much respect to Talam, AC, J, Ivy, a whole bunch of them guys. They've been here. They've done their thing. They're famous and all that. It's time to give somebody else a chance to do something. There's some of us who are writing books and grinding and showing up and putting our stuff all on Facebook just so somebody will see it or whatever, or buy our books or whatever. And there's some of you who have the means or the mechanisms to facilitate our progress. And you're not, because you chase behind some of these other people. I want in. And I'm coming in. So I'll just keep showing up. I'll keep coming on shows. I'll keep inboxing you, emailing you, till you finally say, okay, let me give him a chance. And you keep, everybody that does that, they keep finding out, God, this guy was a great interview. It was great to have him on the show. People actually like me because they know me and they understand my passion for poetry. Poetry. No curse words in my poetry. No foul or offensive language. Nothing vulgar in my poetry. Poetry. The way Langston Hughes did it. The way Wordsworth did it. The way Keats did it. Blake. Nikki Giovanni. Maya Angelou. No curse words. No vulgar language. Poetry. Whew. Thank you so much for your time and viewing. All these books that I showed you can be purchased through secure PayPal at www.iblowyourmind.com. Keep up with me. I'm doing a bunch of things with the groups I'm affiliated with, League of Extraordinary Poets, People of Extraordinary Talent, Waiting for the Bus Collective. I'm doing a bunch of things, and all for poetry. And I'm only able to do these things because God has allowed me to do these things and take breath. And that is why I'm so passionate. Because I've seen the abyss. I've seen hell. Thank you.